All right, traders, we're back. Check this out. Euro versus the Aussie dollar, right? We were here just a couple of days ago, but I had to come back because take a look what happened here, guys. We've landed on our target, our first target, 59.57. As I've mentioned last time we were here, I find this very encouraging. We actually used that spot here, that 59.56, to take out 70% of the position. Right, because we've done so well. Don't forget, we were sliding downwards ever since the beginning of the right shoulder. Basically, when price began to turn around after touching base here really nicely on that 62.22 and starting to turn around, that's where we pulled the trigger, right? So and we actually built up a decent sized position going downwards. Now we took out most of the position at 59.56. Take a look at almost to the very last pip, guys. What a wonderful touchdown. We talked about that, right? We talked about the massive support that's coming from this area. You can see I've already marked down that area. This is a range that includes the 59.74. That's the mid-high key level of the big setup, right? That's a big one, actually. And we have the 59.56, 57 actually, 59.57. That's another strong key level. That's actually a Fibonacci projection 1.236 with regards to the head, right? To the head. All right. And we also can talk about the 200-day moving average, which miraculously is crossing right in between. So such a powerful support coming from that area. It doesn't surprise me at all to see price just basically bouncing back up after touching base on that area, basically. And also, I mean, take a look, slicing all three elements and then bouncing back up. And now we see some pullback. Now, obviously, we're thinking about closing the whole position, right? We don't want to get caught in a losing trade, and I'm talking about the last one that we kept in because we wanted to keep this position alive, because we think we can take it to the next step, which is the bigger picture, the medium to long-term cycle, if you will. But we definitely reached a very important milestone. Now, I want to tell you what's the game plan about the big here. Obviously, it looks like price broke below the neckline, right? I'm talking about that blue dotted line, because at the end of the day, you remember we were talking about this massive head and shoulders pattern, right? And it looks like, the neckline was broken pretty decisively, even though, the main point of reference here, 59.57, wasn't. Now, I would like to stay in this position if, and that's a big if, price will remain below the neckline, and, of course, in the next day or two, we'll see price starting to challenge that 59.74, that whole area again, right? 59.57 and the 200-day moving. We want to see price coming back and begin to battle against that area again, right? If price is going to come back up and cross back above, close the daily bar. It could be today, it could be tomorrow. Back above the neckline, I'm pretty sure that we will have to split. We'll close out that last trade probably in a small loss, but overall, we would have a very successful bearish campaign, and we might actually get back to this one if we'll feel that price is going to come back on the downside again. For now, it might actually take a significant upside correction. Now, I want to show you the big picture before we wrap this up. So you can see here, price is basically kind of, we expect, let's just say this, we expect price to break that 59.74 here and engage with the rest of the move. We feel that only when price reach that lower section, it will complete the move, right? In this case, it's going to be a full downside leg. We've already had a few legs, and we think that we're right in the middle after an upside correction. So what we had here all the way to the top resistance here, 64.07, was what we feel an upside correction. We're back on the downside, but we definitely have to overcome this huge obstacle at 59.74. Right, stop loss level, guys, was significantly adjusted by 100 pip from 62 all the way to 61. So we're tightening up that stop loss level on the last trade. All right, guys, Euro Aussie. What a nice move we had here. Nice profit taken. We'll have to come back and follow up on that last trade we have. See you tomorrow.